is going on, guys? It's Kevin back again with a quick new video, just showing you guys what I've been doing and what I've been working on. Now, as you can see, I'm here with the Civic, the $300 junk car, the future turbo car, the project car, the channel car. I've got some huge updates and I'm very excited about making this video, but I did want to talk about one thing. I was talking to a subscriber. They hit me up on Facebook, and we was going back and forth day before yesterday, and his mentality was the mentality that a lot of younger people have about cars and the car scenes and this, that, and other. I'm old school. If you ask me, any person can go out and buy a Corvette. Any person can go out and buy a really fast car, a Hellcat, or whatever you want, right? And any person can buy a car and then send it to a shop and say, hey, I wanted to have this amount of horsepower, I wanted to do this. Real car guys and old school car guys like myself, I like using my hands. I like working on a car myself. Now, understand, you don't have to be the fastest car. You don't have to be the nicest car. You don't have to spend the most money. You know, it's more about your car having a personality that actually you have a connection to. And you don't get a connection to a car by just going to a car lot and buying it or shipping your car off to somebody else to do all the work for you. Now, there are certain things like tuning and, you know, welding and stuff like that you might have to send the car off to. But try to do as much as possible. Who cares what people think about you? Who cares what your car looks like? One of my first cars that I ever modified was a fucking 91 Ford Escort GT, and I put some big wide Daytons on it. Then I got Eclipse, and then I got a 3000 GT. So you always got to start somewhere, but don't get into cars, don't do stuff that just try to impress other people. Make sure that when you're working on a car and you're modifying a car, do it to suit your personality. Do the things that you want to do no matter what other people think about it. Now, with that being said, back to the Civic. So over the past couple days, I've spent about 3 days working on this car. Now, I did buy a whole bunch of parts. Now, all the parts are not on it. What we're gonna do today, and why I'm so excited, is I wanna show you guys the stuff that I put on this car and how it came out. Because if you remember, the car looked like this.
That's an ugly car, Kevin. Yep, sure is ugly. Oh my God, this...
Tight, yeah! And it was just literally a piece of crap at that point. All I knew at that point that it was $300, it was a Civic, it had a motor in it, and it had a title. It didn't even have a key. I didn't even know if it ran when I bought it, but I spent 300 bucks on it. So at the end of this video, we're gonna go through a tally of how much I have spent on this car. Now, we're not gonna talk the turbo kit because you know, I got the turbo kit for $100 and I had to spend some more money because it was missing a few items that I had to go buy. We're gonna talk about how much I have in total, including the price of the car at the end of this video. Right now, I'm gonna show you the things that I did, and at the end, which is gonna be the most important part, you guys wanna stay for this, see how the car looks today. And the reason that I did all that is because I wanted to look at the car and say, yeah, I've got some sort of connection to this thing. Yes, it's worth going ahead and do the turbo kit and everything that comes with that. So enjoy this, me putting the parts in.
Okay, everybody ready?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I'm not a professional window man, but as long as it doesn't leak, as long as it sits in there correctly square, I think that we should be okay. All right, this part right here is gonna be specifically for one person, and that is Mr. What is it? Lara Mason. He keeps asking me to show how I'm gonna fix this. Now, right now, I'm not gonna completely fix it. What I wanna do is get it covered up. So, in the back of the shop, I had a piece of the old bumper that came off of here, and I cut it out. And what I do is I cut it out and then I heat it up and mold it. What I'm gonna do with that is set it behind here like so, so that everything kind of lines up like this. And because it's sitting behind it and it's going to be epoxied in, I can just go back over it and already have something there, you know, pretty stiff, that I can put my fiberglass over the top of it. Once I put the fiberglass, I can just, you know, sand it down, paint it. But I wanted to keep most of this. That's the reason I'm putting something behind it, so I'm not losing a lot of material. And I'm going to do the same thing with the top of the fender here. Hopefully it comes out pretty good. Right now, just with this plastic, you know, it looks a hell of a lot better. So I'm going to epoxy it in there, and then I'll make a video once I put the fiberglass in it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was fun working on the car. I love working on the car. I got to break out the welder. There are a few things that I still need to do. When I drove the car yesterday, the exhaust in the middle of the car, the way they welded it, it's kind of setting down, and because the car is so low now, it scrapes. But I was like, why would I do that if I'm putting new exhaust on it anyway when I put the turbo kit on it? But let's take it out for a drive. As you can see, nice clean motor, nice clean motor. Let's take it for a drive and I'll show you guys what this thing looks like. All right guys, we are here. I wanted to come to a spot where I could actually walk around the car so you can get a good look at it. So remember in your head, this is what the car used to look like. Okay, we finally got this thing loaded up. Unfortunately, it didn't start. But now let me show you guys the new and improved Honda Civic.
And now, our feature presentation.
And here it is, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You're gonna be amazed by how much I have in this car. And the tally we're gonna do here at the end of the video is just gonna be basically as the car sets right now, not including the turbo kit, as I said before. Now, if you're wondering about these wheels, they are XXRs, 15x8s, 0 offset. You're not gonna believe how much I spent on these wheels and tires. I actually bought them day 4 yesterday. As I was leaving the shop, I found somebody who had them on Facebook, and I just had to go get them. Now, as for the wing, it's a personal preference. I am an old school, original, Fast and Furious type guy, but then again, having a wing and downforce, rear downforce on a front wheel drive car is kind of counterintuitive, I guess. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. I'm gonna get this car back to the lot, and then we will do a tally, and I think you're gonna be very, very surprised on how much I have in this.
It's over. Go home.